Hey, Mo K here, CEO and bootstrap founder of MK Elite Tutoring, a record-setting 3 to 4 times over test prep company, a learning and development tech company, underscored by also curriculum development, that is now in the soft launch market, soon to be closing several contracts, hopefully in the next 10 days. I wanted to provide a public concern, PSA aspect to it, and looping it back to high school principals, who are the stakeholder decision makers typically, or heads of school, as to signing dotted lines, as to external vendors providing education or ed tech services internally to schools, high schools, and so forth. So I wanted to walk through both sides so that school board people, families, parents, students, principals can kind of be put on the spot, but not in an extortive way or a coercive way, but rather in a transparent way. Because all of you matter, right? This is the video I want all of you to see when people start throwing mess around about anything bad about me or my company, right? So here it goes. So here's how it works, okay? The first thing is this. The rule of law dictates that the most important thing for these students is FERPA. And FERPA means that the student's personal information, including academic information, is always 100% confidential. So we ensure that. We actually sign contracts that we have and then are also more than willing to meet the other side as to theirs, that we strictly comply, and all of our delegees internally that wrap around our services comply with strict FERPA. So no personal identifying information, no personal information, and no educational or academic information is ever going to for 1 second go outside of our strict purpose being to have data informativeness and data tracking and data reporting when it comes to once we relinquish our services and provide ongoing support after seamless onboarding to the high schools or the nonprofits or whoever it may be. So that's number one. We are FERPA stringent ethicalists. Know that. God bless you. Number two, beyond that, we are all about, before our record-setting results, there being something far more important, and that is the satisfaction, first, of the student end user, secondly, the teacher facilitator and implementer, in order to be retained, in order to be acquirable, in order to be satisfied, and then beyond that, the evaluator and assessor and tracker, which is the principal, the assistant principal, the dean of students. And throughout that process, with the FERPA assurances being for the families and the school boards, these processes require something that sometimes the students don't even know that they need, the teachers don't even know that they need, and that is zero drama. And zero drama means this: it's highly engaging, meaning keeps your attention and so forth, which is why we leverage artificial intelligence, GPT-like engagements of being able to ask and have questions answered, and homework help and so forth, gamified practice, an app for easy access and engageability, completely white labeled, and a learning management system full of digital downloads that you can do it yourself, engage with as you so please, as well as a strong curriculum preset provided to the teachers to make it an easy job instead of the hardest in the building. Beyond that, in addition to high engagement on all sides and easiness and intuitiveness, there's also what the students often don't know that they need and the teachers don't know they need, which is zero drama from the perspective of zero indoctrination. Okay, so everybody's going to love me for this one. You're going to see the Proud Boys, the Moms for Liberty. For God's sake, if the Nation of Islam was still around, the Black Panthers, you're going to see Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Sikhs, atheists, Jews, they're all going to agree with me on this. When it comes to education solutions and education and athletics, the best thing that you can offer these kids is zero indoctrination, right? You do not need to be providing them anything that spurs drama, right? There should be no religiosity tied to it. There should be no alt fringe information provided, right? There are lessons within it. There should be no profanity, no vulgarity. There should be no condemnation. There should be no discrimination. There should be no placing of any demographic below or above another. So and it should be age appropriate, right? And it should be simplified as much as possible. And it should be reaching an equitability towards those who are in the middle, 25th to 75th percentile of any classroom, but also those who are disadvantaged due to being in any way bearing an IEP, or in any way bearing, English as a second language needs. And then on the other side, anybody who needs do-it-yourself, self-help resources, they should be there for gifted students or high achievers beyond the 75th percentile. And we offer all of that. So basically, our promises are why we should always be not just a cowardly operation who says, yeah, we're really intelligent. We have brought record-setting, irrefutable results several times in test prep, both in the classroom and in privatized tutoring, one-on-one in a small group. Therefore, you bow down to us and you sign this dotted line principle. No. Our deal is that we care, okay? And we care about the students, okay? What does that mean? That means you can trust us. You can trust us because, number one, we're strictly FERPA confidentially compliant, inside, outside. Number two, because before our record-setting results that we bring reasonably assuredly, right? Otherwise we'd be lying to say just 100% guarantee anything, but it is the most reasonably assurable in the history of ed tech in any solution provided. But that's beyond a reasonable doubt provable. But before the results comes the zero drama, high engagement, and intuitive ease of use for the students and for the teachers, and then in evaluative and ongoing tracking of progresses, the admin within the building, and then zero drama as it pertains to zero indoctrination, okay? Because while I don't believe in condemning critical race theory, I, at the same time, do not believe that there is a place in learning for the young mind for any type of indoctrination, as opposed to providing multiple perspectives and widely accepted universal science, history, awareness of different religions or demographic histories, right? Those are what are okay. Widely accepted, universally accepted, multiple perspectives, but zero indoctrination, right? So these curriculums, I know it's susceptible because of who I am as a big civil rights leader, individual, and transformative effectuator upon federal resume aspect intersectionally of it. I could be a jackhole and be like, yeah, that means I can just make everything that I do what I want, and you just take the dotted line and you have to accept the record-setting results and the FERPA strict compliance confidentiality. No. We promise zero BS when it comes to zero indoctrination for any demographic, and all demographics being treated the same. Strict equity as to all the different groups. In the middle of the pack, all student avatars are those with more needs or are gifted do-it-yourselfers. And we offer high engagement and ease of use and intuitiveness and seamless onboarding, data tracking, data reporting, data informativeness. So that's why principals should sign the dotted line. Because the school boards can hop on this video and co-sign. Every last one of the school board members, regardless of perspective, every family, every student. Amen to that. Thank you so much. That's the direction we're heading in, all together. This is for every high school. Thank you so much, and every nonprofit who serves it. I'm out. Thank you. Signing, all of you.